In the days of Emperor Caesar Augustus, when the Roman Empire ruled the land, there was a small village in the hills of Judea, not far from Bethlehem, where a boy named Elián lived. Elián was only 10 years old, but his life was already full of responsibilities. He lived with his family in a stone hut, tending to the flock of sheep that his father had inherited. Every morning, he would rise early to guide the sheep to the green fields, under the watchful gaze of the nearby mountains. It was a simple but happy life. However, that night, the stars shone with an intensity that Elián had never seen before. In the sky, the largest and brightest star seemed to direct its gaze towards Bethlehem, and the elders of the village said that something great was about to happen there. Elián, who had always heard stories about the prophets and the promised Messiah, felt that this event would change the world forever. But his life as a shepherd was not easy, and that night he would face several challenges. The first inconvenience, the blocked path. One afternoon, when Elián had gathered his sheep to head to the village, a fierce storm broke out over the hills. The wind swept everything in its path, and the roads became impassable. The sheep, frightened by the thunder, scattered. Elián, worried, ran through the rain, searching for his flock. Night fell quickly, and Elián could only find refuge in a small cave near the mountain. There, he sheltered from the bad weather, while the sheep huddled around him, giving him warmth. It doesn't matter, he thought. Tomorrow the sun will shine, and I will be able to reach Bethlehem. But the storm did not cease. The second inconvenience, the lost mule. The next day, when the storm took a break, Elián tried to continue his journey to Bethlehem. He knew there was a long walk ahead, and that he could not go alone. Luckily, a neighbor had lent him her mule to help carry some provisions. But when he went to fetch it, he discovered that the mule had disappeared. Desperate, Elián searched the field for the mule. After hours of searching, Elián found it trapped in a tangle of thorns, with its legs ensnared. With great effort, he managed to free it and mount the animal again. The climb up the hills was steep. Elián felt he had to reach Bethlehem, for something in his heart told him he was destined to be part of something greater. The third inconvenience, the encounter with the Roman soldiers. Finally, after several hours of hard travel, Elián was approaching Bethlehem, but on the way, he encountered a group of Roman soldiers. They were traveling for the census ordered by the emperor. The soldiers, seeing a lone boy, asked him to show his papers, which Elián did not have. His heart raced, but calmly he replied, "I am going to Bethlehem to see the child who will be born, the promised Messiah." The soldiers, puzzled by his words, allowed him to continue on his way, but warned him not to cause any trouble. Elián, grateful, did not hesitate for a moment to continue his journey. "I am almost there," he thought. The encounter with the shining star. Upon finally reaching the outskirts of Bethlehem, Elián saw something he would never forget: a dazzling light descending from the sky, illuminating the place where a humble cave stood. He knew it was the place where the miracle would occur. With his heart full of emotion, he left the mule and the sheep at the side of the cave and walked slowly towards the entrance.